And we are live again
Yes.
on this beautiful Tuesday, dark evening in the rain. Um, so, how is life in Canada, Skipper? Shall we?
Well, apparently, I've been sitting back watching the weather across the globe. And boy, oh boy, we talk about a turnaround in some places. Las Vegas, Nevada, mega flooding. The entire strip is flooded. I see parts of the UK after that drought. There's areas that are flooded out, and there's rivers and torrents going down the roads. I'm going, what the heck happened there? Just like overnight,
Well,
water.
as you know, my very first job in the summer, right when I was 14, was working in the sewers, and I did it as a summer job, and I used to go down measuring for the water board for this contractor, and he would give me a few quid a day. And and if you actually ever seen the waterworks, the reservoirs. Now these reservoirs inside the water storage containment systems that they have for the towns, there's blocks of them all over the place, all around buried, and they're all bricked. They empty them now and then to clean them, and obviously, but it's all natural. And there's only so much water for per so many. I don't know, say 600 houses. Okay, but then don't forget they don't rebuild them. These are back to Victorian ages. So you
Right.
imagine how many towns have grown, how many factories still use waters, the water that is taken from the water that is taken away from other areas. They build on marshland now, which is a natural retainer of water. So the ground is dry. So
Right.
they use a lot of waterproofing in the concrete. So there's no dredging anymore. So when it rains, it's like landing on nothing. So it flows. The water's got to flow somewhere.
Right.
And I love that job. I absolutely loved that job until the contract ends. I did it for about every summer from when I was 14, 15, 16. Paid for my time as the air cadets and karate and my driving lessons.
Oh wow, awesome! Good for you.
So that's what I did. From 13, I had a paper round. I got a job. My brother got a job, and I took over what he did. You see, so that's how it worked. So every summer I knew I was going to get this job for like 4 weeks. But yeah, it was. I loved it. And it's go down in the manhole covers in the streets. Obviously, it's a bit more. Obviously, I do it now, not in this day and age. But and you measure it. They got the lances like benchmarks everywhere. It's good fun. But he was explaining why there's lots of flooding and why the drains need cleaning. They don't get cleaned anymore because a lot of the roads are owned by private companies that build them, not by the council. They only tarmac. They don't actually fix anything. So, but yeah, that's why half the problems are there is no marshland anymore, or hardly any marshland, and of course towns are bigger. So you get drought where the water is being used up as much. The old Victorian water reserves are only built to hold so much water, and the canals and all the water reservoirs are dried up because there's too much water being used. So when you look at it that way, that's the reason. But otherwise, you do have weather and climate as well. So yeah, there's a lot more people in the world.
Yeah. I kind of like what they're doing here in Canada with the new communities, because every community that comes in has an area that's got a spot for water runoff, and it's basically a giant basin. When it's dry, they use it for sports fields and relaxing and whatnot. But when it rains, and if it's heavy rains, all that water goes in there.
Yeah,
And they've actually set a lot of these places up with aeration so that it's none of it goes stagnant.
that's that's really good because there's not very many runoff areas because a lot of it is kept in. Is nobody wants change. They don't want a new area. They want to keep all the old stuff. So this is back nearly 100 odd years ago, 200 years ago. This stuff. So I don't understand why people don't want change. As you said, sorry, but yeah. With the new developments in Canada, I think we should learn from that.
Yeah, I should actually one of these days at one of our feeds. I'll take you for a walk, and I'll go down to our area, and I'll tell you it's absolutely gorgeous. As long as the Canada geese leave me alone, I'll be fine. They're vicious, those little buggers, especially when they've had their babies. Oh yeah, the goslings. Oh, you don't want to be around. Yet they own my community. They block the roads. You watch all these little ducklings going across, and the geese, goslings walking across. We get pelicans in here. We get cranes. You name it, every kind of bird you can consider. And we're in Western Canada. We're in the prairies, for Pete's sake. Yet they've turned it into a sanctuary. It's quite pretty. It kind of reminds me of walking through Narnia.
Okay, yeah. This is what I mean when I love out and about stuff, because this is stuff that I would never see unless I go there, obviously. And if you've got a beautiful place and you live anywhere, film it. So please do so. I will look forward to it.
Okay, I will do a video on it then. I'll post that on my channel.
Excellent.
Because it'll give me an excuse to get out and have a walk.
Exactly. I mean, obviously, we got to travel on it by car. It's only about 10 minutes anywhere, really. The town used to be a bustling town. It used to be an amazing town. But obviously, a lot of it's all gone because of the shut. We have Mrs. Treasure Womanhouse. We have Mrs. Ten Bob. Nice to see you guys and ladies. As we said with Treasure Trove tonight, it's just a general chit chat about everything. And if I do disappear very soon, Zoe will be home from work, and I'm just doing her some dinner. But I'm also waiting for a phone call from a doctor. Sorry, Skip, I must elaborate on that bit.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. And PA Patriot Prospecting is in the house.
I love that name. Yay, Patriot Prospecting. I want to do some prospecting. He got some great stuff. That copy we were showing yesterday, and his gold and other bits and bobs he has. And hopefully, sorry, Skip.
When he came up yesterday, I got thinking about the prospecting bug is in my system. I love that sort of thing. We've got a chap that likes traveling up towards Dawson City and into the Yukon and whatnot. And there's places over there that are basically ghost towns they're not mined out. A lot of them were just I forget what year. I think it was in the mid '60s or whatever. They just stopped mining, and you can go up there and you can actually do some gold panning or do some prospecting. And this guy's having a ball. It's amazing how much stuff that they can still find there.
Wow.
Actually, the last episode, he discovered all these giant sluice rigs. I mean, they're huge. Have been sitting there for 20, 30 years, just rusting away. You go, wow, what an adventure! Of course, you had to avoid all the bears and stuff. Holy crap!
Do you know what? I would just if you went up there with a group of people, and you set up, you had a decent camp, decent amount of supplies and stuff, you can make a great trip. I'm pretty sure. Come on in if you're watching. Does anybody want to pop up? Because I may have to pop off very soon. And I'll be back. I'm not leaving. I will be back. So I just let anybody know. Just if I do suddenly disappear, I've got to wait for a phone call, and I'm also waiting for Zoe to go because she's working a little bit later. So I'm doing her some dinner. So there's still gold everywhere. They're abruptly stopped or not. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually. Why is it
that has the ring of politics to it?
Yeah, it does. It's either not cost effective for the amount of veins they find, but as for an average, say like me, who'll go around all day, sieving and finding a few grains or maybe a half a gram or whatever, that would be a good day for me, I suppose. But with politics, when it comes to everything, the red tape comes in, the money stops, people walk off. You probably find that in lots of places that you probably may not even realise in a lot of Canada. Where people actually gone out to explore and prospect. And if you actually fine tooth comb Canada, there's probably a lot of places that people's tried prospecting, found something, but it was just too much of a challenge to get all that gold or whatever they're looking for anywhere out there, because it is a vast area, isn't it? Canada, especially right up in northwest.
Work, glorious work. White Mojo Wolf is working.
He's working. Why is he working? Everybody seems to be working.
I remember. You know what I learned? Work. The definition of work is moving something through a distance.
Yeah.
I've done my work for the day. I'm done.
So that means when I press the live button, which I forgot to do a minute ago.
That was work. That was work. Yep.
That was work. So I don't have to switch off because I finished the day.
What do you do for a living? Let's see. I get out of bed. I work.
Yeah, I work. My job is to get out of bed in the morning, even though I don't like going to bed. It's boring. It's you go there, close your eyes, you get up again. You're more tired. You get up, and you end up doing this song called "Ow, oh, ow, wow."
You really had to bring that up, didn't you? I try to forget that part. I used to enjoy rock and roll, but when you get older, rocking and rolling doesn't feel good at all.
It's like borderline. Do you know? It's like borderline breakdancing with the break. You doing hip hop? No, I'm just trying to get myself straightened. You know what I mean? Now it's like it's like a reverse dance, I guess.
Yeah, I have to remind everybody, I have all these aches and pains because I really enjoyed myself when I was younger. And it's just coming back to remind me. Hello, do you remember me? That's the time when you fell off that cliff. Yeah, I know, I can feel it. Oh.
Hey, 10 Bob, you remember the Treasure Minute? Do you remember the Milky Way man? Not the Milky Way, the Milk Tray man. The Milky Way. How stupid is that? The Milk Tray man. On his ear. He's the one who does skiing off a mountain.
You don't want me to tell that story, do you?
Oh yes.
Oh man. Okay. Hi, Monkey King. I'm glad you're listening. Okay.
It's him.
This is most of you probably weren't alive when this happened. That's how long ago it was. I went to military ski school in the Canadian Rockies. And the beauty about it, it wasn't all just cross country. It was a lot of it downhill, which was sweet because we got off what we used to call bangy boards. They're terrible skis. And we actually were wearing proper skis. And at that time, of course, we didn't have snow brakes. We had straps don't lose your ski because you if you fell, it windmilled and beat the crap out of you. Anyway, there's two other guys that hung out with me, and it was in Mount Nork. Was it Norquay? I think it was Norquay. We were on a trip. Our first time on a triple chair. I had a map of these ski slopes. And I was made the guide to make sure that we found the green runs. So I'm watching this thing. I'm trying to make sure, and it was scary because when we got off the first thing that happened when we got off the triple chairs, we all tripped and fell on our faces, slid down the ramp. That was kind of fun. That was kind of a precursor to what was about to happen. The next part was. It's called the Ridge Run. The Ridge Run is a green, gentle ridge that you kind of ski down. But on each side, there were different types of runs. You had blue runs and black runs all the way down, and eventually some green and whatnot. And I was to make sure that I picked the right slope for us to get down back to the lodge. So I got that. So I avoided all the black runs. They were scary, especially since it was the first time we'd ever done this. And I'm looking at the map, and I misread the stupid thing. I looked on the left-hand side, and I saw this gentle slope, and I says, oh, that's got to be the green run. And the guy says, great, we finally made it. And they zipped off past me, and they suddenly disappeared. And I looked really close, and it was ridge. Oh, yeah, it was a nice line, nice gentle slope. But what happened after that is it went down like this. And I heard these guys, "Cora, you bastard!" And of course, I'm trying to follow him, and I stopped, and I know that I made a boo boo, and I said, "I'm not going over there." So I walked my way back up the slope, and I managed to get to the top where I could go and get back onto the green run, and I skied down to the lodge. Over 2 hours later, these guys show up. They were livid because they ended up going down a black run. And you well imagine, I might as well have thrown them off the mountain. Yeah. But it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So that was my first little adventure with these crazy guys trying to learn how to ski. By the way, did I ever mention they took the map away from me?
Oh man, it never gets old. I could just imagine that voices just disappeared into the distance. Oh, funny. Staycation as all with Joyce. Great to see everyone there with Joyce. She's got a great channel, guys. Please check out Joyce's channel. There's loads of quite a lot on her channel actually. She lives in a beautiful part of the world, shows you around, and beautiful Norway. And great, she's at the harbour the other day. Oh man. And very welcoming to her streams, by the way. So if somebody could put a link in for me, that'd be absolutely wonderful. If anybody wants to put the links in, feel free to do so, of course. It will be a...
John Francis is in the house.
Hey, Mr. John Francis. You're welcome, my friend, anytime. She's probably in the dinner right now. No, it must be around about it must be 12:30 in the morning there. It must be, what day are we on?
Tuesday. We're on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Joyce must be on Wednesday already.
Was she in New Zealand?
No, she's in Norway.
Oh, Norway.
Yeah, beautiful Norway, right on the harbour.
Beautiful, beautiful Norway.
Have you been to Norway? You have been to Norway.
I've been to Norway, but on exercise with the military. It wasn't fun. It was cold and miserable and freezing, and Yeah. You know what? Going to these countries on exercise is not the same as a holiday. No. My goal is to go to places like Copenhagen and you know, I've already been to Amsterdam. That was cool. That was a lot of fun. But as a civilian, it's so much better.
It's Joyce.
Aha. Hey, Neil.
Mr. Neil is doing coin roll hunts. Da, 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 da. You're doing coin roll hunts. Have you found anything cool, Neil? Is that what you're going to be doing? Some coin roll hunts? I'll just get the link for Joyce's, and if anybody would like to pop up, I'll put a link in that. I can't skip her.
Yeah. You see all this change here. This is the change my wife almost tried to not have me have, because every time we go to the grocery store, she tries to jump in front of me before the cashier gives the change because she doesn't want me checking it all. But by me checking it, these are almost all commemoratives that are sitting in this little tray that I'm going to be actually putting in flips and making them available within the community or filling out my collection, because that's how we build our collections, folks. It's not just buying it. It's not just trading it. Once in a while, you get it in change.
And always, you're back on the 24th of a. Oh, that's interesting. The premiere.
Oh, we got to do a premiere. You know that?
Yeah, we've got to do a couple of premieres.
Neil's officially a coin collector.
Yeah, he is. You found a wheat penny in my bank this weekend. Nice. What year? Let me guess. 1957, and it was in Philadelphia. Any guesses, anybody? Any guesses?
What? Huh?
Well, guess what penny what Neil may have found in his piggy bank.
A 1945 steel penny that's double punched from the Denver Mint.
Wow. If you find one of them, you're the richest person in this whole stream. Together, with all your collections together, that's probably around about a $400,000 coin. 1953 Denver. That's what White Mojo Wolf says.
Papa G is in the
house. I reckon it's a 1957 Denver.
And the answer is...
It's a 1944 steel penny. S.
Well, I was closer than you.
Well, that's more expensive one.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Oh, here's a 1907. This is a 1944 Denver steel penny. I'm not sure how much this is worth. Not really. That's 1943, really.
Jason sent me a 1909 SVDB.
Oh, VB means Victor David Brenner.
I would never have guessed that.
And it's on the front, I believe, underneath Lincoln's neck. I don't have a 1909.
Staycation says, I have nothing, I know nothing, I see nothing.
I have here. This is some. I mean, I've got my nickels. I've got some more nickels here. Upside down. Sorry.
See, when we talk about coin, as he's showing you all this stuff, one of the things that's really different about coin roll hunting and coin hunting in general throughout the world, the United States is really focused on not only error coins but on silver and trying to find that in there, whereas many of us are in countries where they've stopped making silver coins that are in circulation. So we start looking for commemorative coins. And Dale will be back as soon as he can here. A lot of people don't understand that why this desire to find commemorative coins. And you got to understand commemorative coins are issued to commemorate a particular personage, event, either historic or current, or a place. Such coins have a distinct design with reference to the occasion for which they are issued. And many of the coins have in this category are actually collector items only. But a great number of them are issued for circulation to promote a major national event, such as in Canada, we have the Vancouver 2010 Olympic Winter Games. There's a lot of the quarters that actually have that on there. Vast numbers of the thematic coins highlight monuments, sites, historical personalities, endangered species, or such wild species common to a specific area. They're now being inserted into the commemorative mix with these commemorative coins. The line between commemorative and thematic coins is kind of blurry and probably intentionally done that way. So Canada, Great Britain, many of the countries that are outside the States, we're really big on finding the commemoratives. We recently had commemoratives that came out for the loonies. We started getting a lot more colorized stuff in, and they would do a million of the colorized and 2 million of the non-colorized. And if you take a look on coinsincanada.com, some of these $1 coins, these loonies in MS65, are worth $40. Well, or $45 for a graded $1 coin. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And and keeping in mind that they're not silver. So these are things that you have to look at, especially when it comes to commemorative coins. There are also you occasionally find them in your change, which is kind of a bonus, because they are still legal tender. So yeah. Anyway, that's what I had to throw out there for talking about commemorative coins. I see quite a few people floating around. Anybody else want to come up? It's the silence is deafening up here. Yeah, there are a lot of everyday coins that you can find that are commemorative. And I'm sorry, guys, because I can talk about some other things, but my main bag is coinage. I could talk about things like finishes, sets versus series, different fraternal organizations that are involved in it. It's a really, really long set of things that are involved in numismatics that I could chit chat with. But if you're, oh, you know what? That's a good question. There are sites that you can find online. Hey, 10 Bob, welcome back. Coinsincanada.com is ours. Then you have, what's it called now? Because I rarely use it. I usually use the red. We used books, books, things like this. This is the Charlton. Somewhere in my pile, I have the United States Red Book that you can purchase at your LCS. But you do have sites that I cannot remember the name of it. Freaking awesome! Welcome. If Dale was here, he'd be able to help me. There is a website that you can get on for U.S. coinage that will help you not only identify, but you can utilize it for even keeping a reference of all your coins. I do mine on Excel spreadsheets, whereas what I'm going to remember when I don't need to remember it because I don't use it. Reference books, you got it right. You never have enough reference books, especially if you're dealing with doesn't matter what your hobby is. I know there's books out there for even for comic books, for Pete's sake, that you can look it up. Just about anything. What's it called? Okay. I should use it more. Yeah, I'll spurt it out once I remember it. If you talk to if you're into coin collecting, talk to anybody that belongs to the American Numismatic Association or on the many channels that we have within the community. There's bound to be someone that can explain. Numista. Hello. Yes, it popped in my head. Numista. Oh, thanks for putting that link up there. Freaking awesome. Yeah, getting up there as far as subscribers. Yeah, we even have one site here. It's not as well organized, I think, as the U.S. sites, but we use the Saskatoon Coin Club website. They've actually taken the Canadian coins and actually taken pictures of each one and showed what they should like for specific grades. That's one of the problems a lot of people don't understand. The average collector is not trained to grade a coin. With time, you can learn to assess a coin and get an approximation of what the grade might be. The biggest problem with collectors is we tend to overgrade because we want it to be the highest grade possible. What my steps when I do a grade, I'll take my coin and I'll take a look at it. I can take any coin here, and I'll take the coin and I will check it against the Saskatoon website or Numista if I have to, and I will see whether there's a lot of wear on the high points, what are the condition of the letters, the condition, whether it has any tone to it, whether it has that wonderful shine that it's supposed to have. When you rotate a coin, it should have a luster that actually rotates. The nicer it is, the higher the grade. Then when you assess your coin, you say, okay, this is probably an MS60, say. Then you always back it up one. And then you take it to somebody else to take a look at, to get an assessment. The reason you do that is if it's a high enough grade, if you figure it's a high enough grade and you have other collect someplace that is decent, and you get yourself you send those in. They cost $30 or $35 a piece to get them graded, but if a coin is worth $150, then it's worth your time to actually send it in and get it graded and put in a slab. I probably have maybe 8 or 10 slab coins in my whole collection, and almost all of them are in the ones that I have remaining are in books. You get yourself some decent books either through Dansko in the States or it doesn't matter, Whitman, Littleton, Lighthouse, whatever ones you want to have, and you can sort out your coins. Make yourself a spreadsheet or use Numista if you like, and start calculating not only what it is, what put in your descriptions, what your approximate grade is, if you only have an approximation. Then you have an idea of approximately how much it's worth. Now that's important because if you have if you develop a significant collection over the years, most of your family don't have a clue what you're doing, unless, of course, they're into it as well. That way, for insurance purposes, you can actually provide the material for your loved ones after you pop your clogs, and they have the information needed so that they don't end up getting ripped off or taking the stuff down and getting face value for the things. These collections can be worth an awful lot of money. I actually, God bless her soul, my wife is a sweetheart, but she's still a big time smoker, and she was running low on cigarettes, and I inadvertently left my cabinet open, and she says, I'll take some of his change in there, and so she took some of my change out to buy smokes, and she only got a couple packs of cigarettes, and lo and behold, it cost me like $200-300 to replace the coins that she took to buy a couple packs of cigarettes. That's when I took her down to actually see how much this money's worth. I actually picked up some silver dollars. I cheated a little bit, but she didn't know. So I think I had 4 or 5 American silver eagles I brought in. And I had duplicates, so I brought them in, and I said, honey, how much is in my hand? She looked at it, she says, you got $5 in your hand. So after I finished walking away with a couple $100, she's going, I don't get it. I says, that's what I mean. It's not just the face value. You're looking at the silver content. You're looking at the numismatic value. These coins are worth a lot more than what they appear to. And that's an important thing to know. I see we got Alexander sitting down in the basement, and see if I can bring him up here. And there he is. We got the Mad Scotsman in the house. How you doing, Alexander?
Oh, my head's fucking like that.
Well, were you out at the pub last night? What's going on, buddy?
No, Mum went away yesterday. And I've been, one of these days where you just have this think to yourself what you want to do and stuff like that. And I've not, during a long, hard think, the room across the landing is full of stuff. And I've been looking at laptops, but I don't know which one to buy. But the laptop's not for YouTube, it's for eBay. But I don't want to spend a fortune on it. But I've seen these all-in-ones. When I went to go and look at the all-in-one, the one that I've had a certain make before that I really like, which is a Zeus. When I went and looked at the Zeus, the camera, instead of in the all-in-one, the camera is at the bottom of the screen, not at the top.
The bottom? What make is that, Alexander? I've never seen a camera at the bottom.
A Zeus, it's got it looks like a monitor, just like a monitor. It doesn't have the PC is inside the actual monitor itself, but where the camera, it's along the bottom of it, but the bracket or the tilt that's on only goes so far. So when I went and looked at a video to see if somebody had done a preview on it. I went and looked at it, and there was a guy who was, I don't know if he was Asian or whatever he was, and when he showed the preview of it, he was saying it was either showing his nostril or it was showing his chest. And I was like, I don't like the idea of that. I was like, because what I want to do is I want to try and do eBay quicker with the stuff. I've got phones now and I want to put phones on. I want to start listing stuff on so to try and get somebody to clear the decks. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get one that I can actually hold the phone up or whatever in the webcam and just take the pictures of it. That's what I'm up to. That's what I'm trying to achieve. But the thing is, I don't want to spend a fortune on the laptop itself, but I actually want it with Windows because I want to check between what the difference is between Windows and what the difference is between Chromebook, because I like the idea of the YouTube because it works well with on the Google as on the Chromebook, but I've never done it on the Windows. So I want to see the difference.
Is the echo gone?
I'm just working on that.
Good day, Darren.
Hang on, things are still a touch loud to get rid of echo here. Can you give me some audio?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's good. That should take care of any echo, hopefully.
Well, you know what you could do, Alexander, is if you go for that weird computer with the misplaced camera, you could always go with shirtless and draw little eyeballs on your nipples and a smiley face, because that's ridiculous. That's like, who puts a camera at the bottom of the screen?
Do you need to be able to move your computer around, Alexander?
I thought you could actually rotate it. I actually thought you could rotate it, and then when I looked at it, you can't because it's on a bracket. It's a tilt bracket. It's a tilt bracket.
Yeah, Darren had a question for you, Alex.
Do you need to be able to move your computer around?
Or is it stationary? Is your computer stationary, or do you need it to swivel? What do you want?
Are you moving it from room to room?
Well, I wanted it in that room but there's only less plugs in it. So I was thinking about a tower unit, and then I'm thinking if I buy a tower unit, it's not got a monitor on it and it's not got a webcam on it. So I'm defeating. That means I've got to buy a monitor for it, which I've got a monitor for it. Plus, also I would need a webcam. So if I pay £200 for just a tower unit, because it comes with tower unit, keyboard and mouse, it doesn't come with a monitor. You don't do it with monitors anymore. It's not a full package. But then you don't get a webcam either if you buy a tower unit. So I was like, I'm thinking, do I buy an all-in-one or do I go for another laptop? That's what I'm like, But my head's become so confused because it's become overwhelming, Darren, as in which to buy, because it's only today a specific job. The specific job is only for eBay. That's all I want it for today, eBay, so I can list stuff on, because Mum is going absolutely daft at me now because there's boxes of coins, as in it's unopened. They're in wardrobes or cupboards hiding, as in this room is a tip because the amount of stuff that's in here. Plus also the other room, it's full of gear and all, as in because I've been between that project and also YouTube at the same time.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you don't have a spot to call your own that's going to get decked out like how I'm set up here in my little corner. I'm blessed with that. If you have to move things around and you have to stay mobile, then yeah, I see the need for an all-in-one or a laptop type unit, because honestly, if you could set yourself up somewhere, you're best off with a basic tower unit. They'll always give you the most flexibility and choices for upgrade in the end. But if that's not convenient,
because before Mum went away, she went, "Why do you want to stay in one area and not spread yourself out?" She went, "You're not giving yourself enough to spread out." I says, "Mum," I says, "if I spread out," I says, "the room is going to be that much amount of stuff." I says, "I'd rather be in one spot," I says, "and put a computer or whatever I need to do the job that it needs to do, and put the stuff on. So I've got stuff all listed on, so I start getting rid of it because I need the space, and I don't want her as in it, because when she ends up, it's not like a moan, it's like you get the odd as in what you going to do with this and blah blah blah, and I'm like, you're nipping my ear holes. You're nipping my ear holes in the news it is, and I'm like, how do I fix this? Because I don't want her upset. I don't like her being upset. I was like that, man. I hated as in this friction, and you can feel it, and you're like, I don't want to be here. It's like I don't want to be here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's every person's in a different situation because we don't know what your room sizes are, what your living accommodations are like, how much stuff you have. Yeah, you have to base. I think you need to sit down and make yourself a tangible plan based on the amount of area you have to work with and what you want to do with it. Darren's got his space there. As you can see, I have the entire lower basement is mine. This is my coin room. I even lock my room when I go out.
Tell you what, asking what I'm using now. I'm using the old Chromebook, but I've got the new Chromebook because after what happens is there's called an auto update expiration. When that auto update expiration goes on the Chromebooks, it means then you can't update it as automatically update it. But I don't know if you can do it manually, but it tells you that your Chromebook has expired. So that's why I'm trying. I would like to try and do away with that if possible, because I don't want to keep buying a computer every 4 years. As I said to Mum, I don't want to keep buying one every 4 years all the time.
That's understandable, Alexander. I mean, I look at Darren's. It looks like the Bridge of the Bloody Enterprise. I love his setup.
Yeah, what we have to realize when you look at this is that all of this runs off of a computer that cost $400, and each one of these monitors was $150 for the bigger ones and $100 for the one in the middle. So this is a like $1,000 setup, all bought piecemeal and carefully. So I mean, it's not that it looks good, but it's not as expensive as a person might at first think.
Right. No, it's really nice. I especially like the way you set it up for your coins when you want to take a look at them with your scope. I think that's very cool the way you've done that.
Well, I learned things about scopes too lately, though, I'll tell you. I mean, I bought the $20 scope because I figured basically at that point, you can't really go too wrong wasting $20. I mean, no matter what kind of scope I get, I'm going to use it, I'm going to learn. So I fired up this $20 purchase and bought this scope. And it's pretty cool. It does a good job. But what I figured out about the scope only recently was that its actual picture is this. This is the full capture of its sensor. And if I want a bigger picture, I actually drag it out. Whereas if I had bought the right scope, it would have had a sensor that would have covered naturally the whole field of view, an HD sensor. So that's what I'm after next in my next scope, an HD sensor, not 640 by 480 sensor, which is what this is, and exactly the thing I don't want for my next scope. But I've also learned that it's important to have a really good thing to hold the scope. Move the coins around underneath the scope. Don't move the scope. You can't move the scope. As soon as you move the scope, you change the focus. So you need to have a stationary scope under which you move coins. That's correct.
Periscope. Periscope.
Yeah, you're quite the submariner, all right. Yeah, I would like to get my scope set up so that I can look at or bring it up like you do. But mine is actually running off of OBS, and I only use OBS for my scope.
It's a $5 ordeal
see.
if I was only there.
Like Wolf and
This is OBS I'm running right now. This is an OBS scope change. I just have a transition set that's really slow, and I use it for all my transitions because it's cool.
But it's like Dan saying there, right? Now he's talking about as these monitors or whatever, right? Now I have to justify everything I buy. I have to justify it. I have to justify how long I'm going to use it for. I've got to justify everything in my head until I feel it's right. And then when I feel it's right, that's when I'll buy. I don't just get out in a nilly-willy and go, I'm getting this and I'm getting this and I'm getting that. As in just don't worry about the money. I'm like, hold on a minute. And I'm like, is this, I've got to try and balance it up.
Well, there's definitely nothing that compares to building a computer in a tower box that gives you the flexibility for future upgrades and like that future proofing to make your dollar the best spent dollar. Anything that's all in one or a laptop is much more right off the bat limited. You're limited to as good as a camera that's built into it, unless you're buying another one. You're limited to as good as the microphones that are in it. You know, it will get you by, but a laptop and an all-in-one, it consists of a list of compromises, basically.
Exactly, darn. That's what it's like £300 for it, and I'm like, and I'm looking, I'm going, well, can I get the £300 that I'm going to spend out? Can I get better for my money? That's what I'm looking at, my better for my money, and I'm like, laptop, because I've got a thing about Acer and Asus. I've used it as Acer. I've never had a minute's bother off Acer, and I've also used an Asus, which had a Asus power unit, and I never had a minute's bother at all.
See, these days, honestly, if a person had money, like say you told me you actually had money and you wanted a laptop, then I would tell you that there's really only one to buy these days. I'm just trying to think of the name of the one.
A good one.
My mind all of a sudden.
A good one.
No, look at that. It slipped my mind all of a sudden. Let me look it up. Hang on.
Gets better as you get older.
I know.
And then as I'm looking down, I see this Gen book, and I'm like, what the hell is a Gen? What the hell is a Gen book? A Gen book?
I'll tell you what I got. I got a Batman notebook, right? But the problem is, it's always on the blink. I got a Batman notebook. It's one of these. It's always on the blink.
Oh no! I knew this was going to happen. A blinking notebook.
Laptop I'm talking about is called a framework. Now, a framework laptop is the kind of laptop that's the very first one to be made that you can literally upgrade individual pieces inside, and it's made to do so. So if you're really, 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 if you have money, and not that these are overly expensive, but they are more expensive. But the framework laptop's the best one to buy. This one's $1,369. That's probably American. But
you know what? If you're used to buying Macs, that's cheap.
Yeah, that is true too. This frame, I put a link in the private chat, and I'll put one in the regular chat too for everybody else. If you're seriously considering a laptop computer, this is the best one to buy. Period. Very simply.
You can just do Tango.
But if you can find a place for a tower computer box in your world, you're way better off as a streamer with a tower computer box than you'll ever be with any kind of all-in-one or laptop. Or puppy dog. Although puppy dogs are irreplaceable. What am I talking about?
That's how about that. As in, because I seen that, and it says, I looked at a book and it says build your own PC for $35. I'm like, how the hell do you do that? $35, and it started talking about Raspberry Pi, and that's what that is. It's a Raspberry Pi, but the thing is, it's got the capacity you can put a camera and all the rest on it, but there's other things you can do with it, projects, but it runs off of Google. It runs off of Google, and that's the memory. That's the memory. It's the SD card.
Yeah, Raspberry Pis are very powerful little machines. see here. I got an idea for Raspberry Pi.
Hey, Skipper, do you know about pencil sharpeners?
Sorry, you cut out. What was it?
Look,
What the heck is that? It's
blue. It's
a miniature globe.
a
Yeah.
globey thing. Yeah, well, it wouldn't be a real one, would it? It's too big.
So what do you do? What do you do with it?
It's a pencil sharpener.
Oh, a pencil. Well, you know I collect pencil sharpeners, but I don't. But that's the wrong type. Show me a pencil sharpener that's in the shape of a cannon or something. Then it'd be cool.
If you're interested in the Raspberry Pi, there I'm going to put a post right now. Check that one out for Raspberry
We got the
Pi.
Death Star with the Death Wheel.
Oh,
the Raspberry Pi did many versions. It started at a basic version and then it started going up the grade.
Yeah, I'm just messing around.
This one is a little keyboard with a Raspberry Pi built in.
Pi
And it's a
400,
complete computer.
Pi 400.
$100 for the keyboard, a Raspberry Pi 400, and a mouse and all of it.
Yeah, one at a time, guys. We can't make out what you're saying.
Oh,
What? Who?
Like
Okay.
someone was talking about what the heck's a Raspberry Pi? Besides something you eat. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
it's a little computer. There's a link in the link.
That's a Raspberry Pi, but you do want the Pi 400. The last one they built just recently is one with a thing there. It's like a keyboard, and the actual board is inside it. It's inside it.
Okay, gotcha. I don't crave eating that kind of Raspberry Pi.
No. Too many bites in it.
I get between my teeth, and I already lost enough teeth this week.
You get a silicon chip.
Raspberry Pi sounds tasty.
Hey.
Raspberry Pi sounds tasty, I know. Aye, good one. No,
I
because
like the decode raspberry Pi. It's called with a fork.
I've got a Windows
mean,
one. No, because I've got a Windows one, but that's a deal. But that's get my. I don't want to touch that because that's get my unlocking gear in it. That's what I use for my as in for fixing phones with, as in the software side of it. I don't want to start messing about with that either.
See, I'm terrible when it comes to hardware these days. I mean, I was trying to figure out a way of making more memory on my Macintosh, and because it was filling up something fierce, it was just dragging. So I went out and I bought myself a 5 terabyte external hard drive, but I don't know how to use it. So it's still sitting in my drawer, and my computer still runs like it was built in 1909.
I done the same with Skipper. But on the box it tells you, as in, it doesn't say as in Chromebook compatible. It says Windows or Mac.
Oh, for Pete's sake!
Because I've got the same problem.
Yeah, if Darren lived closer, I'd have him come over and we'd have a big barbecue, and then I dissect my entire setup here and map out exactly what I want.
Station.
Yeah, well, I need
Nice
it.
to see you.
Am I missing something here?
Yeah, people are saying goodbye to Joyce.
Oh, Joyce is going.
In her name, it says staycation, so it means
Staycation. That's right. She's supposed to stay.
She's saying exactly. Just pay Apple more money for a new Mac, and you can save more memory. Exactly. Chromebook is a Linux based. It is indeed.
Oh, look. Staycation just sent you 55 knock.
Ooh, thanks so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Look at that. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm actually running this feed off of a Chromebook right now. My Mac is sitting there with my YouTube on, so I can see what's going on.
I just run this StreamYards off of what is this not called again? Because it's so odd I can't remember what it's called. It's 1 terabyte though. It's 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte. It's got memory, 128 RAM, I guess. It's got a great graphics card, good sound card. Never had to upgrade it. It's about 10 million years old. But it's going real. And thank you so much, Joyce. I appreciate it for the super sticker. It's really, really kind of you. And drive safe tomorrow morning. And look forward to your next live streams. Look at Darren. Looking there. I think Darren, yeah, he's actually driving Canada. Don't he? He looks like he's the. Have you ever seen Snow Deer, sir? That's what it's like.
You just get all your stuff together in one big pile and it looks impressive. That's all it is.
He's keeping an eye on everybody. I reckon Darren's big brother. I reckon that's what he is.
I'm using one screen for OBS, one screen for StreamYard.
So how is freaking awesome doing? Mojo Wolf, Neil. Because I just come back and what else is it here? Going, wow. Still back. Have I missed anybody? Conservative Cartoon Universe. Yay! DJ. Niels, I sent you a pic of my coins on your Instagram. Oh yeah, okay. So look at that then. I don't know. I'm not getting any things in. Okay, this is what Neil's found. Okay, he's got a Peruvian coin. Okay, yeah, from Peru. Yeah. In fact, I got those, and now he's got a 1972. So I can actually mirror his coins. Really. He sent me a picture of one of these. Fine. So he sent me one of these. Sent a picture of one of these. That's his first one. Was one of these. This is a brew. This one.
Oh, I love the design on that one.
That's one soul. And I've already done videos on these not so long ago. And going to the next one, he's got a 1972 $5, which is one of these. Well, I've got a 1970. I do have a 1972, but it's got one of them. This is 1971. What else has he got? He sent me one of the.
Apparently, Darren looks like a conductor. I'm not sure which one he is.
It says Snowpiercer is about train, so it's actually a really cool. Really cool. Looks like he's got a.
Orchestral maneuvers on the tub.
And then he's got a 1907 penny, which because I know I got 1907 somewhere. 1922.
Tube.
Right, we'll look at one of these. There we go. So it'll look like those. And then the next one. I know what year the $half is. That's the only one I'm missing. But he's got a nice peace dollar there. Is it a peace dollar? It looks like a peace dollar, $1. Oh yeah, it does indeed. It has more coins. The thing that Guru collects is chocolates. So yeah, that's.
I completely cannot understand what you're trying to tell me, freaking awesome. My brain thinks I'm insane as sounds like a musical. I've been caned with cactus. It was a ruckus. All I can say is shucks, so I huffed and puffed and blew all my troubles away. That does sound like lyrics to a song.
I huffed and puffed
I thought
and
it
blew
was
it out.
Oh, Darren's gone. See, that's what happens. You have all that electricity running. You end up powering
Yeah,
out.
where did Darren? Darren disappeared. Oh, wait a minute. He's coming back. He's coming back.
You just put another 50p.
Did it come back?
Where is
Yeah,
it? There he is.
you're back. You're bad.
Darren, come back.
No.
Who?
That's what I said.
Oh yeah.
And here we come. And there we are.
Yeah.
I think the cool part about this coin community is that everybody's at different stages.
A lot of people actually Mojo Wolf. Actually, I need to watch Neil's shout out video for today because I've been waiting on blinking phone hospital today and doctors. 50 pence in the slot. 50 pence in the slot. The old blinking with the butterfly key thing. But yeah, it's White Mojo Wolf is talking about gaming today. I don't know if it's today or he did it yesterday. But I've been trying to catch up with a lot of people out on, so I wouldn't really pay much attention on the things. But the video before check out his haul from his comic haul he had. He put that budget for himself, and he managed to get 8 comics, and they are really cool for what he got. That's what I sort of do with my coins when I go out from my little run around my coins. Sort of set out a budget, and I think, right, I'm going to try and get the oldest, something silver, something paper, and something interesting. And that's with a very small amount of budget. It's called Zeb's Money, but that's why I do it. I wound Zoe up last night. Was it last night? Or was it more? All the time. Oh, it was all the time. She goes, I pay some of the bills. I goes, right, if you're spending your money on paying the bills, I'm buying coins. She went, what? Because if you want to waste on pen bills, I'm buying coins. So that's the way to do it.
That's funny.
Mr. and Mrs.
Bill,
Heaven sent.
no date, as in Bills.
Oh. Like, what? And I'm joking. As long as everything's paid for, then I use so it's money to pay, buy stuff. Off to get and get a beauty sleep. Back in 5 minutes then, 10.
I went to have my beauty sleep, and I woke up 50 years later.
Didn't work.
Rip Van Winkle.
Never works.
Never works.
Dirty lie.
I went to go and get my beauty sleep, and I was woken up in 1926 by some archaeologist.
Tut, tut, tut.
Exactly. It's great, isn't it? They said, go get 50 winks. I thought, wow, this is a long wink.
King Tut, Funky Tut. Born in Macedonia and moved to California, King Tut.
Okay. Yeah, I reckon Skipper, as Darren there, we should do some trivia.
You want some trivia? I'll pull out the trivia card.
We got to try and beat the Skipper. He's coming up on 420. He's coming up at 420, and my got's already says 420. Huh? So your friends, well, we'll say wherever you are, awesome.
There.
Okay. I'm gonna make it easy.
Please. Why make it hard?
Where was King Arthur's court?
Camelot.
He said it, Camelot, right?
Yeah, I almost got whiplash from that one. Okay.
All right. I'll just wait.
You'd have to be a fan of the Kennedys to know about Camelot here in North America.
Oh, yes.
They had their own special Camelot.
Where on the Iberian Peninsula is the Trafalgar Graveyard?
Oh, I have no idea. What about you guys? Trafalgar, isn't that your zone?
Yeah, I can see the smoke coming out of his ears now. Anybody in chat want to help him?
I've been told I can't answer, so I can't answer.
Where on the Iberian Peninsula is the Trafalgar Graveyard? Trafalgar. Next to the Flager Dude? What the heck?
Is it bad that I have no idea what Iberia is? Is that bad? I'll admit it.
Okay, the answer is Gibraltar.
Oh, Gibraltar.
What purpose did the Bastille serve before it was stormed on the July 14, 1789? What was the Bastille?
That's a good question. Was it an armory?
Nope.
No, it was
Was it a monument of French independence?
Well, it certainly ended up that way, but it was what was it?
But it was certainly built ahead of time, so it was built for a reason.
A British port. Did you say a British port? The Bastille?
I didn't say
I would have to
port.
go with a French port, wouldn't you?
Yeah, at least you're in the right place. French.
Well, I know it's French. It's Bastille. I recognize French words because they taught me how to do things with them.
It was a prison.
Oh boy.
That's it. Bastille. That's what I was thinking of the word.
The storming of the Bastille. Oh, okay. Watch how fast we get whiplash on this one. What London landmark has an 11-foot long hand?
Big Ben.
Oh, Big Ben's.
Aha! Darren beat you. That I didn't expect. Big Ben. He got you before.
No,
you said it.
It's not Big Ben. It's the clock. It's the clockers.
It's Big Ben.
No, what he's saying is technically
It's what
the
it
rest
says
of
on
the
the thing.
world refers to that as Big Ben, and Big Ben is not the clock in Big Ben. Is that what we're saying? The clock is something other than Big Ben?
Yes, the Big Ben is the battle.
There we go.
Sorry, I'm just
The rest
going
of the
by
world
what
doesn't give a shit.
I'm going by what the cards say. So ho.
We look at that picture and we all go, Big Ben.
Exactly. We look at the tower.
Technically, it used to be called Stevenson's Towers, now it's called the Elizabeth Tower, and it's on the House of Commons.
We don't care if we're wrong.
Okay,
Nobody's wrong.
This is one you got to think about. Think
No.
very, very carefully about
No
this
way.
one.
Not going to do it. Not at this juncture.
What were
I'm not thinking.
the
Review.
last 3 U.S. states to join the Union?
Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico. No, Puerto Rico isn't a state yet. So it's Alaska, Hawaii, and Texas.
You're 2/3 correct.
I know Alaska, Hawaii, and California.
Nope.
New Mexico.
Nope.
Alaska, Hawaii, and Washington
Nope.
State. Alaska,
No.
Hawaii,
Washington.
and Virgin Islands.
Nope. Yeah, White Mojo
Well-
Wolf's got it. Alaska, Hawaii, and Arizona.
No.
I claim 2/3 of that victory.
Okay. I'll ask you a simple one. What was Mickey Mouse's dog's name?
Pluto.
Pluto.
There you go. See, look how quick he got that. What were the first U.S. cities linked by a transcontinental phone line?
San Francisco and New York.
He's right.
No. Oh. Yeah, it was.
I love the way it did. No.
No, that one.
Okay, this is one I would know at a drop of a hat. But you
That's
have
all.
to.
Okay. Rabbit.
What was the name of Scarlett O'Hara's mansion?
You know that one, didn't you? Scarlett O'Hara's mansion.
Scarlett O'Hara. Oh gosh, I forget. It's in.
It's just,
It was said so often during the movie.
Yeah. Oh God.
it was. Too.
As I said, with movie stars and that, I ain't got a clue.
There's no place like it. You must get back to Tara.
It's called
Terra.
Terra.
Tara.
Cool. I would have never known
A
that.
terrible place.
Okay.
I've never seen the movie in its entirety, so
I've only watched it about 150, maybe 200 times because my wife loves that movie.
not much a waste of your life at all.
Not at all. I got that whole bloody thing memorized.
That's not.
Sounds like torture.
I'm sure that's a worthwhile thing that will serve you in good stead one day. Never.
Yeah,
George-
she just did. It obviously.
What? Okay, this isn't on the cards. What Superman character was in Gone with the Wind?
Wimpy. No, that's not. I don't know.
Superman character.
Yeah. He played Superman. What actor?
Christopher Reeves.
No, Nick Christopher Reeves wouldn't be that old.
Who was the first one? The blonde-haired guy then?
Oh no, not Johnny Weissmuller either. But you're really close with the last one, but you got the first name wrong.
I watched the thing. I don't study the thing.
He was one of the Tarleton twins that wanted Scarlett as a date.
Okay, John. Ed.
EAC's got it. It's George Reeves.
George Reeves.
I got half that right then. I said Christopher Reeves. Well done, EAC. Yay! The book
Okay,
is better.
this is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. What did my true love give to me on the 5th day of Christmas?
5 gold rings.
5 gold rings.
5 gold rings.
5 credit card bills.
5 golden rings.
All right. Oh, what happened to Alex? He just disappeared.
4
Alex!
calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves.
And a partridge in a pear tree. What ocean surrounds the Sargasso Sea, matey?
What ocean surrounds
The Sargasso Sea. You don't want to get stuck in the Sargasso Sea. It's tough to.
China Sea?
What?
South China Sea?
By the Lord Lipton, you're definitely not a sailor. You're a landlubber. You don't know where the Sargasso Sea is. Arr. You get stuck in there, and your ship gets stuck. The bloody seaweeds everywhere.
Well, it's your map reading, Skipper. I mean, I've heard about your skiing trips. You know what I mean?
The Sargasso Sea is in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. By the Lord Lipton.
Oh, it's the Atlantic. I should have known that. Actually, idiot I am.
Okay, you'd never get that one.
Well, go on, have a go.
Okay.
Give it a go. Go on.
Nope, you'd never get that one.
How do you know?
Okay, I'll ask it then. Who did Burt Lancaster? Hey, let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Who did
Spartacus.
Who did Burt Lancaster make love to on the beach in From Here to Eternity?
Oh, I remember that. That's where Greece thing came from. Oh, God.
Phyllis Diller.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, I see this massive blank look on Dale's
It's not
face.
Liz Taylor?
No, it was Deborah Kerr.
Never.
What travels in gaggles?
Geese.
You can tell he's Canadian.
Just go to the lake, you'll find out.
He's Canadian. What is Numismaniac scared of when walking down the street?
What?
Geese. Geese.
Yeah.
What is
Oh yeah, around my
Numismaniac-
house. I got gaggles all over the place here. What country surrounds San Marino, the world's smallest republic?
Europe.
Hey,
Oh my
Paisan,
God.
it's Paisan, it's not that hard. Avanti.
Yeah, it's Italy.
Well, there it is.
Um,
You got it. You got it. If that's the country, Italy.
You have to think where San Marino was to think we're thinking, because obviously it's the smallest. It's the smallest nation apart from the Vatican in Italy, which has a football team. They can choose from like 1,000. Even be
What
less than
French wine?
that, actually.
What French wine is best served between 41 and 45 degrees Fahrenheit?
Champagne.
That's correct.
There's some kind of person trying to impersonate Molnar's channel. They've used this picture. Keep an eye out for
Are you
this.
kidding me?
What, impersonate Nick?
Yeah, 23 hours ago, I have somebody pretending to be me. Please report them. He sent it out to the membership, so I've got it on my list here. But 23 hours ago,
I'll have to have a look.
yesterday.
I haven't been on for the last 24 hours. Well, I have, but I mean, not. I've been on because the last things that's happened in the last few. Mr. Austrians! How's it going, my friend? We're doing some trivia.
What Sinatra hit did he doobie do in?
Strangers in the Night.
I do. You get that. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wondering what
Wasn't
is
it, guys? That
right.
was
Lesbians in the night, exchanging
involved.
rubbers.
Going
This
back
one
there
too tight. What?
I was just saying that you know you do a great karaoke, and people should get involved with your karaoke's because you obviously do it live with the patrons in the bars.
Yep. What city fell to the wooden
You're
horse?
an amazing singer.
What city fell to the wooden horse?
Troy.
Good. Oh, this one. Good luck doing this. Who made the first solo round the world flight?
Oh, that was Lindbergh.
Nope.
Oh no, sorry, Atlantic. Was it Amelia Earhart?
Well, that's
No.
it right away. I knew it wasn't Lindbergh,
Was
but
it
I'm not sure who.
He's French, isn't he? I think he was French.
No. Neil's right. We've been getting crackles and pops on your channel for some reason. It's probably the bloody weather over there. The answer is Wiley Post.
Oh. James Kirk.
Yeah. What line divided the North and South in the U.S. Civil War?
The Maginot Line.
Mais non.
The
Es-tu fou?
Mason-Dixon Line.
Yes.
I had to have the fun one first.
Maginot Line. That was
I know.
bloody useless line that was.
Come on, man. It was a French word and it's a cool word. It's Maginot.
Maginot. Don't you know that Maginot, man?
Hey, man, I do know. Avec my toe. And there it go.
How's it things go? Mason Dixon. So how is Austrian Stacker doing? Good to see you. Please wait for link in my brother.
So we got anybody that wants to show a little bit of their collections off? Tell us a little bit about
Neil,
Well, this is my collection. It's my collection of junk all in one pile. It impresses you.
oh, I am bashing stuff on the table as well, by the way.
Look at my.
I fiddle when I'm thinking. Harry Hunston, Dallas Cowboys, get in.
No, I'm going to use some free software to turn my old phone into a camera. Ah.
I don't have a collection. I have stack. Yeah, I have stack too.
Stack.
I use my stack to support my collection. I use my stack as the base. I showed that the other day.
Yeah.
My stack is the floor to my displays.
I have a stack. A haystack.
I once had a girlfriend that was stacked.
Oh yeah. You got to have at least one of them.
Yeah, distant memory.
Oh, I'd ask White Mode what's the latest.
Jeff Crumpler rating coming.
Hey, Jeff,
Nobody likes that guy.
Jeff
I mean, hey, Jeff,
Crumpler,
what?
I would like to see White Mojo's Wolf diecast collection he's got on his wall. It looks pretty impressive.
I love this one. What's the fastest stroke in swimming? That would be me, because if I tried it, I'd die instantly.
Breaststroke.
Nope.
No, I mean crawl. Sorry.
The front crawl. The front crawl. Yeah.
I like the break, but you know, go down that road. I'm in the Caribbean, or the Caribbean. Don't show any collections. Hey, Kraken Travis, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome. Poker Rossi, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, Gary Shelton. Nice to see you. We got the Jeff Crowder raid. Exactly. Don't tell the woman. Oh, sorry, dear. I thought that was you.
We've got someone else from across the pond.
Yay! I'm back. We got Mr. Tanifer, Dizzy Giraffes. How are you doing? Here he is, Dizzy, great guy. Phil Wheeler. Thank you for today. And we got Dimebag down here. Mr. Numismaniac here. We got you guys down that way, this way, everywhere, which way. Kayla Fan, nice to see you. It's good to see you. Phil Wheeler, nice to see you as well. Welcome. If anyone wants to come up, you're more than welcome to. Neil, put links in, guys. Each other, of course. You know the drill. Kickstar, nice to see you. Welcome. Great to see everybody. Mr. John Francis, of course. I don't know if he's still here. Absolutely. So it's called the.
Poker Rossi's in the house. I got to put on my special hat. Hold on, I'm gonna put on my special hat. Just
Yeah.
Poker Rossi. Yeah,
Is that your poker hat? Yeah.
there, I got my poker hat on now. Poker Rossi. There you go.
It's the wrong one, Skip. You got something on.
Hey, poker.
Can't put my full tilt poker one on anymore because it no longer exists.
Oh, what happened?
They closed up shop.
Evil Arch Conservative with Polar Bear. Has Polar Bear behaving himself lately? You're right there, sweetheart.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh. Kayla Fan doing nervous Lizzie. What? Okay, I will do it for you then.
Oh my God. Yeah, sure.
This is why it's called the streets of YouTube. You've got to solicitate your own links. So links in, get to know each other's awesome channels here. It's nice to see everybody. Cracking Travis. Go to the channels. Oh, Rossi. Okay, I'm just subscribe to you. I'm just
No tries but misunderstands. Let's try Actually, remember that old song by Pink Floyd, Seeds?
That
Play?
is a nice collection there.
Oh, I found a hat for my American friends. I'll put my hat on for my American friends. There we go. We got my hat for my American friends.
You know, I have no problem making America great again. I absolutely believe that in the past, America was greater. I just think the guy who's trying to sell that to
Thank you guys.
snake oil salesman.
Oh, thank you, Kraken. Absolutely awesome with you, my friend.
Now make me a deal.
What I like, put your finger like that.
I am an honest man. Anyway,
Sell me a hotel.
yeah, Boardwalk needs a hotel. I'll give it to you for $59.95, just like Earl Shive.
Please.
Excuse me.
No down payment, no interest.
You look like a hot dog.
I look like a hot dog. Oh, what, with the fur on the bottom? That doesn't quite.
Oh, God. That was scary.
Hang on a minute. He's got to take his face mask off. He's just a beauty video. I don't know whether to like buff you up with like a piece of brasso or something. Oh
That's what.
man, you look like an old coin.
It's tricky how the face drops out of the
Oh my god.
thing. There, that's
Oh man.
a different view.
Silence of the Lambs.
Thank you. I missed that.
It's nice
Kraken,
to everyone in the chat, or else it gets the face
do
again.
giveaways every month.
Chicken
Everybody
skin face.
who takes part, and someone gets some great prizes, of course, every month. And it's good to see everybody. Oh man. Oh, I love that mask. That Trump mask is the best. Hey, that day you put your finger in your mouth. Hang on, you need some Botox or something. Oh, every time that mask. That.
What
It's
can
like-
I say?
Oh. You look back, it looks like you're a hot dog.
a hot dog?
I'll show you. And you then, oh man, it gives me up.
I never. A hot dog, he says.
Oh.
Oh, gosh.
Uh-oh.
Go back to
Save some oxygen for the rest of us.
Oh, hang on a minute.
I gotta run my blood pressure.
Right, here we go. Hopefully this works.
Uh-oh.
That's me when I deposed him and I took over.
Can't find it now. I think YouTube's taking it off. Rossi, Thank you so much. What? It's like a hot dog in a bun.
We occasionally run into the Chinese fakes. It's something you have to be constantly aware of. You find a lot of them end up showing up on websites like Wish. Never get coins on Wish. You wish you hadn't.
Skipper, this is me.
Oh my gosh, it looks worse from your end.
Oh,
no wonder
bro.
you said it looks like a hot dog.
Oh man, I don't think you've never seen it from our point of view, have you? So
No, that looked terrible. I look like the freaking that talking orange that's on YouTube.
Oh, annoying orange. Hey, Apple.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so funny. You never know what's going to happen here.
Nope, never gonna.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm going to go through and.
What's this? We got some. Neil put a link in there for Gary
Shelton.
Sheldon. I'll have to take a quick look at this and see what he's got here.
Oh yeah. I love this guy. He's so funny. Huh.
Yeah, I'll be glad when I. Oh, what's this?
I'll watch that over and over again. Just perfect. Just that guy's face reminds me of. Do you remember in Men in Black? And he goes, his wife walks in after he obviously changed places with the bug, and he goes, "Your face is." He goes, "Better."
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, Gary S. Shelton.
Yeah, Waxing guys, Kraken, moderator, Pocrossi, add moderator. Kate is already a moderator. Jess already a moderator anyway.
Yeah, I get a kick out of memes like this. This is funny.
Tom Francis, add moderator. Dizzy, add moderator. Harry Winston, why Harry Winston moderator? He was a moderator.
I like Hair Drumpf.
Patty Ferguson. I haven't seen Patty in ages.
Patty!
Here they're coming for me, boys.
Oh my lord!
He's up here. Oh, he's down below me. He's flat below.
Somehow they missed me. I don't know why. I'll come out from hiding now. Now that I've done my blood pressure.
You're our big brother of Canada, I tell you.
Took the picture.
Dispatch. Hey, I could use dispatch of Canada. But
I think that's
hello,
not bad.
This is 911 there.
I think that's okay. Oh,
come up on panel with us. Hey, look. There he is, his big brother. That's No, thank you, brother. I appreciate that loads, man. And everyone who's in the memberships, of course, gets a chance of winning something at the end of the month. And so that's going to be awesome. Yeah.
I had a really good time back in the 60s.
That's not bad, eh? 132 over 80. That's okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Not why it was for me today when
No,
I
what
was
was
at the
yours?
doctor's.
I did a 117
152.
too. I did two of them. I did a 117
But that's good for
and a
me.
132. Because I think you got to do more than one.
I feel special today. I'm a moderator. Everyone's welcome here. We got this. We do streams a week. We do pay it forward on Mondays and Thursdays. And the skipper, that's all about it because he loves doing it.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, go! Yeah, there we go. There's the skipper.
Used to be in a capsule. Oh.
I got some of them there too.
One half of that capsule is shot across
Right.
the room somewhere.
I got this whole pile.
Oh, thank you so much for the $3 super chat, my friend. I do appreciate this. Absolutely awesome.
Let's do that.
Darren's got some coins to see. Poker Rossi, I'm not too far.
This is nothing special. This is like normal crap, basically. But I do like
There's
looking
no
them under
such
the
thing.
scope anyway.
Coin. Darren, yeah.
I realize I don't like my scope.
I was through my
Dynamite.
always have a scope. So I was going through sort of my coins out, okay, and this is the stuff that I've come across on the American side of things. Not I haven't obviously I've ruled out gifts. I've ruled out obviously as you know I don't really enter giveaways. I've still got quite a few. So this is not from Sheldon sent. I still got the prizes for the back stuff, which I will be distributing out again very soon. So I've done a video a while ago. This is my little shiny Benjamin Franklin.
And Red Rum gets a gift membership for Coin World UK for the next month.
Nice.
Yeah. What famous horse is buried at Aintree, which is the Grand National? Okay.
Secretariat.
No. Yes. No. It's American horse.
Poker Rossi,
Water.
well done, brother.
Yeah. Poker Rossi, thank you so much. Actually, just missed Joyce, who's also from Norway. That's awesome. Red Rum Buddy says Neil. So is correct. Neil's correct. Lauren's correct. And Lauren. I know, but you thought it. Thank you so much, the Norwegian prayers.
If I had realized that this scope had a 640 by 480 chip on it, I wouldn't have bought it because this is just too darn small.
I'm not going to look like a picture running around.
It's not that you can't make
Do you
it
remember the
bigger, it's
TV?
that
Like
you're
the one-
stretching out an image at this point, which looks just fine, but I still want better.
Yeah.
It's the difference between
Nick
spending $20
Mola!
to $30 for your scope or 50 to 60. You want
I'll get the 50 or 60.
you want one that's got
I
HD.
vote for silver coinage to be sterling. Absolutely. Sterling 95 silver, Sterling. That sounds cool. I got 40%. I've got all the Kennedys. 1968 Kennedy, and another 1968 Kennedy. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take my Kennedy coin books, Jeep and Johnson, and put them into my main Kennedy collection, and that way I get all better. And that way I can show you better. 0.99, oh yeah, 0.39 silver is better, absolutely. And proof as well. Everything's got to be proof. Shine on it. Everything. Oh, Skip, I showed you this. About this as well. So I showed you the other day. This is another thing you sent because I know you've got a soft spot for it.
Yeah.
I'm tired. You're on mute.
Did you call me a mutt?
No, I said you're on. You're on mute. Mute. You've been talking away about something. I don't know what it was.
Was I?
No.
I don't know. Sometimes I get caught talking to myself. Ooh.
No, Nick. Just as quick though. Got to eat dinner in a few minutes. Yeah, we got is a guy going around imitation Nick. Please keep an eye out. Report the guy. And again, remember we only got one Nick Molnar. We don't need the two. So
yeah, true. Don't think I could handle two. But Nick's, I was going to go on Nick's live feed last night. And I fell asleep.
I popped in there, but it was like almost 2:30 in the morning for me. So,
yeah, I caught the replay this morning.
I just wanted to say hello to Nick. I was in there saying hello to a few people. So I apologise, Nick, for being really quick in your live stream. You know, I love trying to meet as many people as I possibly can. Saying hello to everybody. Getting to know everyone about their channel, of course. Niels, how do we know the real Nick? Well, Nick's got a unique voice. He's like an ASMR voice. That'll be the real Nick. You'll know Nick when you hear him. The fake Nick will sound wrong with the heavy breathing down the phone.
You guys want to see a picture of the first time I ever met Dale? This is when I first come across Dale, and this is how big an effect that I had on him. This is my first visit with Dale.
Like the is the blue man.
It strikes me like you may have made him a little blue.
He was very blue at the time.
Under the water, under the sea, how many blue men can Numismaniac?
Blue on blue, heartache on heartache.
Oh man, that's so funny. It's like Aquaman's got a cold or something, isn't it?
he just had to blew his nose.
So Tanner says the real one, the other one's Nick no lie.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. I got mail today.
Really?
Hey!
Yeah.
Have you got any mail? Have you got any mail from me yet? I sent out a lot of packages. And,
I got mail from
even-
DeSoto, Kansas. Now, if you know who you are, your real name is on here, so I'm not going to say anything more, but you know who you are. Oh, ho, ho. I know who this is. Well, I suppose we can give it away a little bit. Let me just see here. Let me just go into studio mode for a moment. And make small adjustments.
It's like Copper Owl. Oh, Copper Owl.
There it is.
Oh yeah, I know Copper Owl coins, of course.
Sure. It was one of those right guy at the right time kind of situations, and as a result, I got me some gaw. So that's as far up as my scope goes almost. Actually, I can make it go higher. I can make it go higher. Way up where those blind men see. It's as big as I can be.
That's how I do my coin room at on Remembrance Day.
Ooh. I got mail.
That's amazing.
I got
So Taff has been he had a lot of mail today, but some little bills. Patty says who's funny. Bill says if you talk. If you don't talk, oh, Nick Monard talks, and he'll also be in a shed. Or if he doesn't talk, he's panning.
There's a different view.
Really.
Well, here's a guy who keeps like track of things. I tell you what. You tell me why on the back of a little envelope you would write down big long number. Boy, this guy's got his channel handled. I don't know, shite from Shinola.
That's just something. Has he actually Monard?
He properly catalogs things. That, I think, is a for sure. But I am still liberating some coins from a little envelope here. Liberate. Oh my.
Because if you go to the Monard, it allows membership, and then that'll probably be a big giveaway.
Oh, snap.
Oh, cool. There you go, Dale. You wanted to see what it looked like walking through my area?
Well, that's actually cool. That's absolutely really awesome. What is that there on the left side there?
Oh, they're bronze statues of deer.
Place. They're normally statues of papists. As Paji was saying.
Now, there's a picture that you probably never believed. Me with a beer and a pipe in my hand.
I'm not sure about that necessarily.
Oh, I can believe that you did. The apprentice Santa there. Look.
Yeah, back in the early 70s when you had those beautiful shag carpets and everything was orange and ugly paneling and
Yeah. I remember we had them put up in our house, and that's how they take it down. It ended up with more. I think.
We were to believe the Hugh Hefner types of the world were getting all the pussy.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean sitting around with a pipe dangling out of your mouth and in a smoking jacket of high thread count and
No, it wasn't that bad for us. We were just told to go outside, come back when the lights turned on, if they ever come on.
he's showing. Look at he's showing off all these Kennedys.
well, this is what just came in from our friends, Mr. Owl and friends. This is the
Yeah.
winnings. That was my
Nice wing.
she's gorgeous.
Yeah, rake the carpet. Twin the tubs and
She's a
I bet it'd
68.
be worth a lot of money, those twin tubs.
Yet. That won't last long.
Loading twin tubs. Never use any of them, babe. Pipe in the sink, and then things clothes and flying out everywhere.
I don't ever want mail to come in heaps. Heaps are too many.
Unless it's Uriah.
The wizard.
Well, Gorsh, welcome to Disneyland. My name's Goofy. What's your name?
Satan.
All right.
Well, hi, little Satan.
Is that a large breast mountie or a small breast? I bet you it's a small.
I bet you it is too, because I don't have no such luck.
I have a large bust mountie, but unfortunately it's got a scrape on it, but I'm still holding on to it.
I've actually never looked close enough to ever part with any of these. So until I know for sure, I mean, that doesn't look like one to me. But I know there are things to look for that I don't necessarily know, like where the denticles fall in a point of the A and stuff like this.
Yeah, that's easy to look up.
Yeah, you've got to check these things by 2 or 3 different criteria first before you decide it.
Yeah.
But I haven't really looked at any of mine close enough to worry about them. Whenever I have one, it comes out of circulation, goes into my jar. I mean, look at Molnar. He had the bumper crop of these things. He must have had hundreds upon hundreds of them. I still don't think they went that well for him.
No, I don't think he found a large bust one at all.
And George, and old Georgie, he had quite a few, and he probably didn't find anything.
The only one that George's got was sent to him by someone else. I know that. So that's a funny, odd thing. This is our 5-cent piece in 2017. People don't pay a lot of attention to it because it didn't end up getting painted, but it is a cool 5-cent piece nonetheless.
It's a commemorative. It looks like it's in pretty damn good shape.
Yeah, once it's in my hands, it's not going nowhere.
Your coins seem to hold up the test of time. You have to look at our coins. Our coins are scratched instantly.
This one's got some real damage.
That's our weather. Keeps them nicer.
See, there you go. Look at the top of that coin. It's got some dings from being God knows what.
Yeah, but that's 2017. That's like, what, 5 years old. So you get in use. But, I mean, as soon as they come back, because there's not very much protection of them, when they come from the banks to the post office, whatever, and you get them, because they're loose, there's no protection, so they're scratched before you get them out.
Yeah,
Very rare
Oh
you
yeah,
get.
if I can manage to find one, I'll pull it out, start giving it its secondary life as a shared coin.
Oh, look at that. Who knows?
We like that. Everybody likes that. That'll be very popular in the years to come. Those blues looks like they'll wear. They've done all the testing on the quarters. They know what wears now.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
first
that's why they.
2004 poppy, you cannot get one of those that's been out in the wild that looks any good anymore. Unless you get it out of a roll somebody had, you're not getting anything that looks good.
Yeah. Instead of red, you have that faded pink look to it.
And there's nothing you can do. That's just how they go. That's about the size, where you put your eyes.
I sure do like the look of that coin.
Yeah, she's pretty.
The Canadian 50-cent pieces are some of my favorite ones.
I have that one, that
Oh, they
recent
are
one
cool.
that you sent me. That's in my book because I wouldn't have a recent 50-cent piece if it weren't for you sending that one over.
And the good news is I get them every year.
Woohoo! Good news is we've got another $1 to get after.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's Oscar Peterson too.
Patty, I fully understand. I ended up taking a nap yesterday myself. Didn't wake up till noon today. Missed everything.
And me, I kept him awake.
Well, you tried to, but it didn't work very long.
No.
I only have the one
coins because I got great.
in my book.
Just get something. My book broke, so now I've got them in. Yeah, let's get the spare bottles a second.
Uh-oh, broken book.
No, I've got all the pages in this box. You can see. But looking at that. There we go. Now this is from CC Battle. Well, CC was more back then. Okay, in there, Skipper, Darren.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And not the back, that's from Mobile Coins. So we got some coin roll hunt.
Huh?
I'm not, you're just seeing things.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't see it.
No, it's not really there.
It's meant.
And that's from
one of these days. How Zoom? One of these days.
Oh, hold on, guys.
Neil said to you, B. Zoe, did you leave? One of your subs joined my bus today. Because each of your subs joined his bus yesterday.
I'm going
Bus.
during the bus. The double decker.
That was funny. And to the skipper, he I don't know. I think he had a phone call. Let's get all this shoving. Skipper's down. Hello, skipper.
Let's look at a pretty girl.
Guys, any of you do you remember Lady Bullion? Ooh, is that the new ASC there?
Yeah. So 86.
Oh no.
Oh no. That ain't good.
I'll keep skipping stuff together because see how that protects that. That protects that. That's goes into that. That's a birthday present. These go here. Catch up on it. Okay, so that means back because they are absolutely special to me. It's, 10 Bob's gone to bed, hasn't she? Oh, damn it. I've got these. I could have showed cut the grass earlier. Spare £1 coins. Oops. too early. Darren, you're after a territory coin, aren't you?
I went from the Isle of Man for my kitty cat.
You want one with a cat then?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let's see if I've got one.
She hates me, but I love her anyway.
How did she hate you? You brought that little thing up. Falkland Islands. One there.
For she is a cat. And I like cats. I like cats for what cats are. And sometimes cats are not nice.
Cats are very sly sometimes. They love you when they want you. They don't want to let you know about it.
They're a little bit wild if you get a good one.
Especially fat ones.
Like a thoroughbred horse.
So Del, do you need to give me coin collecting? I like the coins I got, but I don't think I have a great value. But I don't care about that. But now I found a good spot to pick up AOKs. Well, the best way to start collecting you on, Neil, is just buy and collect what you can. Do the research on the coins, and if we're all here to help each other, no matter what niche you're in. So when you actually go buy your coins from someone you know, just start off with a few dollars. Test the waters, into date order. Obviously, you live in the United States, so you have the mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and of course you have San Francisco as well. As you know, the San Francisco is more like you can get in circulation, but more like set coins. Start off with what you can get off. It doesn't matter whether it's plaid, if you're collecting a whole day run. It doesn't matter. It's Indian penny, wheat pennies to beacon pennies to shield pennies. Obviously, once you get used to what you're looking for, because you've got to get your eye on with everything. And then if you need any help, we're all here to help you. No matter who, you don't have to come to me. You can go to Dime Bag, you can go to Skipper, you can go to PA, EAC. There's no right way of collecting. You end up collecting tons and tons of collections anyway. And you just do it. It's not like you go out to. You start with an idea, but then you end up expanding. In that theory, that is a very important tool. Obviously, the condition is like your comics and cards. Obviously, the better condition coin you got, obviously it's going to be more higher value. It doesn't mean it makes it more valuable. It's a higher value coin. Old doesn't mean necessarily better, but they're worth collecting of each. I would just start off doing pennies, doing penny roll hunting, for your money. Obviously, if you're into coin roll hunting, for the bigger, you're looking for silver. So you're looking for Benjis, you're looking for Walkers. In the quarter dollars, you're looking for what they call the booby coin, which is the 1916, 1917 standing Libby, which is obviously going to be silver. For the dimes, you're looking for the dimes and other things. I can't remember the other one. With the 5 cents, you're looking for shield cents. Obviously, you're going to be quite rare. You're going to look for V nickels. You're looking for buffalo nickels. And then the pennies, you've got your high value grade coins there as well. You know, we can send you what to look for key day problem with that. Jason's probably one of the go-to people for that. But what I try and do is collect what I can, and then try and with my world coins I put into world order. So anything that begins with an A, anything that begins with a B, anything that begins with a C, because there's so many. The coins are endless, Neil. Honestly, yeah. I mean, it's right. You got coin stars. When you get given things through, you know, like sending stuff out to people, they send you amazing stuff back. Having, you know, collecting anything, as you know, collecting a long time is something fun. And that's what it is. That's what we share our collections, and we show what we found, like showing. Loose change. Try and get some loose change rather than try to get dollar bills. Because that's another big kind of one. Because you're looking for the star notes, different runs on them. But yeah, we've started collecting lower denomination coins first. Get your eye in with it. Lincoln said you've got the floating rules and things like that. There's so many variants you've got to look for. I would just look for the dates first. Try and find out the variants on the date run on each of the coins, and then don't worry about the errors so much until you get your eye in. If you think you've got something, just put it aside and send us it. Send us a picture. Any one of us, send us a picture and think what you think. And we all should really come to the same answer: is yeah, that's pretty cool. Keep hold of it. It doesn't always have to be silver to be valuable.
Yeah. Now they mentioned Coinstars there, Dale.
Yeah.
They mentioned Coinstars there too, but don't forget about estate sales and garage sales. You can find some really nice silver pieces and gold or whatever, jewelry, silverware, things that you could actually turn into coins by cashing in on them. Tons of stuff in order to build on your collection.
Coining around Tupac is really good at that kind of stuff, and he's an expert on making sure you have the right tools with you so you can figure out what you're buying.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, knowledge is kind of power, but you don't want to go into a coin shop with too much information, of course. Let you know, try and get the feel of the place, get the vibes, because if you strike up a good relationship with your coins or you become friends, you end up getting better deals. They let you know early what's coming in. Be interested in this, you might be interested in that, and you can say, yeah, no, put that aside, and you know that goes a long way. You know, customer value. Let them know what you want. You know, if you go to the bargain bins, sometimes I think in some cases there could be like they might have what's called a bid board or something. They'll tell you what to take. What, you know, just I'm not sure how far your coin store is, Neil, to be honest. I don't have. We have a local coin store, the Britannia Coin Company. For horror videos, of theirs going a little while ago, but next to that is an antique store, and they sell at half the price. if that's where I go. I go into antique stores, as Numismaniac says, flea markets, car boot sales. If you've got an old coin there, obviously try and strike a deal out, because obviously most main coins are missing. If they're still going to be uncirculating, make sure you're not getting duped into buying something that. Little information like the figures, the weight of the coin, the dimensions of the coin, the composition, and then what Numismaniac does, actually, he goes out with a list with what he needs. With you, someone starting new, you got the world duration. So grab what you can now, save it out to whatever you want, and then that's my Canadian. That's my W quarters, for sake. That's my Hawaiian coin. That's my Hawaiian coins, and the others. But if you're just doing like I do, I go out. I got a set budget, and I buy quite a lot of old Canada stuff because the name is Maniac and Darren, and I buy a banknote of some kind. I make up a big list and I short it down to my budget. So that's the way I do it. So I take off and I replace. But I've also got a friend that I send money to, and it accumulates, and then I get a package through, and I don't know what I'm getting. So, or I get an email like I showed Numismaniac the other week. I didn't know what I was getting. But I thought the only coin I had, I knew was really coming, was the Newfoundland coin, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh, that was gorgeous! Yeah.
I said, have you ever heard of Newfoundland? Because I never even done no matter who you are, you're learning every day, because there's so many coins out in the world. I went to the Salvation Army store. Someone had their entire coin and stamp collection to be sold a lot. To all the proceeds go to charity. It took over 60 years. Oh wow, it must have been amazing.
I wonder.
Great.
Dale, you were mentioning Newfoundland. A lot of people don't know that Newfoundland was actually a separate part of the Commonwealth up to 49. So they had their own coinage, and they were basically a separate country until they joined us. Was their last premier, Joy Smallwood, had a referendum, and they joined Canada. So they were actually on their own for many, many years.
And you can't be out the rock and talk about Joey Smallwood without somebody wanting to tell you all about him.
Yeah.
That's the local hero. I the band Joey Smallwood.
Yeah, you either love Joey Smallwood or you hate him.
Oh.
You okay there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Dale's been working on his cases. Boy, he's done a lot of work on his displays. Hey, Wee's World.
Hey. World.
Yeah, sorry, you got me all excited. That Newfoundland token and stuff that you showed me was really cool.
Yeah, I think is it coming up soon? I think. Let's have a look. Let's have a look when this. is going to be coming up.
Ogre coins, you've made a valid point. Most LCSs do have one of those bins with world coins in it. And for a very small amount, you can actually work towards getting an example from every country on the planet that you possibly can. I mean, it's
I have a video on that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun thing to do.
I do have this. Okay, hopefully I did it. I'm going to hide the description if I can. Okay, this is coming up very soon, this video. And
Hawaii?
no, it's not Hawaii.
Well, that. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's the American flag.
Is it though?
The first. I remember the U.S. flag had the Union Jack in the corner.
Yeah.
At the very
Virgin
beginning.
Islands.
No,
But it does look like the Hawaiian flag, though.
it does look like a Hawaiian flag. No, this is the British East India Company flag as well.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it has that. I can't really make out the emblem, the circle.
That's the coin.
Oh, that's the coin sitting on top of it. Okay, you can't make it out.
That's the problem with Numista. Okay,
There it is. There it is. I can see it now.
they get up-to-date flags, not the original flag. So when you go to say, is it Vasilis, Netherlands Vasilis is a 5-star and is a 6-star. So when you search the coins, you want to put the flags to the coins. No matter how you do it, make sure that you get the right flag to the year, because there's adaptations going through for years. So take the war with the I think it's probably way what year was it? It was what was the French and British war we had in Canada?
Was which?
Which one was it?
The French what? I didn't catch it all.
It was in Canada. And it was talked about a few months ago. I remember the battle of it now, but it was when the French tried driving the British with the I think it's to do with Pontiac. Pontiac.
Oh, no, what you're talking about when the British forced the French out?
Yeah.
They took over. That's.
But anyway, the flag they use is the current Jack. Well, the Union Jack didn't have the red bars for Northern Ireland in them. Oh, I didn't get a cuddle. Finny, no. So yeah, they use the wrong type of flag. So on Numista, so that is why Numista, I use it as a base and I go all the way through the history and the coins, because sometimes the mintage is wrong. Well, it don't. On this coins, you'd have a privy mark and you have a make mark, and it's so many makers. You have to be very careful. Look at the like grape, and then some will have like an anchor. So, and obviously the maker's mark to the privy mark is two different things. Or they may even have
7 years war.
7 years war. That's it. So yeah, it was the Union Jack wouldn't have had the Northern Ireland bars on there. So for also.
Yeah, the British won the war with less than 10,000 troops, and it ended on the Plains of Abraham. Wolfe defeated Montcalm. Be September of 1759.
17. Wow. Because the Union Jack in 1888, Union Jack, or what you would call the Union flag, it didn't matter after 1888. You can call it a Union flag or a Union Jack. It didn't make any difference after 1888. I used to get questioned that because I always call it Union flag, Union Jack in different videos. They say, "Oh no, it's only you call the Union Jack when it's on a ship. It's only because no, it doesn't matter. After 1888, you can call it like." And another fun fact about the Union Jack, it's not really an official flag.
So there's the flag that was flown in 1759.
Yeah. And that would be the flag today with the bars. And you can get it upside down as well, by the way. Oh, good coins.
It's confusing the way the bars go, I must say. It'd be hard to draw.
It's all you got to think about. The way I learned at school is that the top right hand side red bar's got a bit at the top, and you just follow it around like a clock. So it'd be like top is there. So that to me, to you, would be looking odd, obviously. But this is the top right hand side, and then you follow the bars around that way. They go around anti-clockwise. So you go top, bottom, top, top, bottom, bottom, top. This looks like a Swiss flag on top of a Scottish flag. Kind of.
This was the flag used in 1776 by the colonies.
Yeah, so it's a bit smaller with the Union Jack, and it's got less bars on it. But it's got more bars on it.
Yeah,
the 13 colonies, I believe. And yeah, that is still hung outside George Washington's temple, I believe. And the reason why, if the question is, the reason why the Welsh dragon is not on the Union Jack is because the Welsh is already miles between 16 something before the flag was even drawn up by James I. The Welsh was already part of England society anyway, so it was pretty much the same. So you got the Red Cross of St George, the blue and white for Scotland, and then later on you have the red bars for Northern Ireland.
What 4 coins did you get in today, Neil?
First of all, coin. Is that the ones you sent me, Neil, on your Instagram? The way that the comic collectors look at is collectors. Yeah. And each coin tells a story as well. An historic story. I prefer the older coins the better, because like a lot of people, it's the story behind the coin. It's all the ifs and buts. I take a lot of advice off my good friend Neil. Oh, thank you, Neil. I hope I put you on the right track. And if I don't know anything, I promise you, I always tell you to go to this person or go to that person. And hopefully that person will do the same and go to this person, go to that person. And I've done it many times. And that's the way community should work. We're a team. No rush, and collecting is, you ain't got to be the best catcher in the world and get all the best stuff. It's okay to have sometimes a bit of rubbish in your thing. And one thing that is a no is cleaning coins. No matter how grubby and dirty they look, never clean your coin. It is not a good idea. It's like putting Tipp-Ex in a comic. Kennedy. I've been to the grass. Is it Vincent Cousins that designed that coin?
I would pronounce the name, but I'd probably get it wrong. Elisane Adjadid. I hope I got that right. From Morocco. Wonderful.
Yep. So while you Joe Wolf, he takes. There we go. Oh goodness me! Freaking bots.
Yeah, they sure like finding you.
Bloody nightmare, these things. Just reporting them.
Yeah, well, when I do metal detecting, I brush them off. If it's a newer coin that doesn't have numismatic value, I don't mind washing the bloody thing if I'm going to spend it. But I mean, washes and just get the crud off it.
Yeah.
But if it's something that it's a valuable coin. Sorry, no, yeah, if it's a valuable coin, if it's got numismatic value. But 9 times out of 10, a Doug example typically end up being very slick, very hard to read, and I tend to like using them as fillers for my collection, unless, of course, it's really rare.
I think you should do whatever you want with whatever is yours. America!
You rebel. You're a rebel.
Oh man, he's might have done so much stuff. As you know, it is actually a federal event. Feds to actually destroy coins. With coins itself, don't think that I'll judge you on how little or how big your collection is. That's not what it's about. It's about learning, having some fun with collection. It's not a race. It's never a race. most expensive part I find about collecting coins and banknotes is the accessories.
Yeah, they can add up.
I mean, some binders, the informational books that you get yearly, expensive. Price guide books can be very expensive. Shop around, even getting some old ones and learning from some of the older books is great advice. Don't jump right into your collections getting a bit bigger. Get a book done. Put some like you got your cards. Put some books and stuff. Coin flips. I'm going way off staples. Don't use staples. Get yourself some labels like this. This is what I use to put my thing in. Get some labels like this, like dress labels. Cut them into small strips. Put the coin in. Tape it down, and that way you ain't got to worry about pedra for staples that bend, don't go through. You ain't got to worry about slipping with a pair of pliers, scratching the coin. Taking staples out, they're more secure. So the older the better. I got a 1907 Indian cent, was old. 1933 was old. Old, valuable. Old to collect, but it doesn't mean it's a key date. You get dates that an 1867, I think 1867 coin has like 24 million one penny made, and 1868 has 14 million made, and then the next one could have 67 million made, and then you'll find the next mint only has 1 million made. So it's like a key date, and they're going to be rarer. So items have become very expensive. Folders are less. It depends on what room you have, what type of space you want, how you want it to look. Because I've got coin books that I've used for many years. I've taken them out, put other coins in them, taken them out, put other coins in. I think, yeah, it looks nice. And I guarantee you, Skipper, Darren, and many other, Papa G, and many other people around would go, I think I'm to have a change around a little bit. And in out comes, because obviously new designers go, that's something I haven't seen for like 20 years. I'm going to display that one today and take my newer coin out. You never know what you're going to do. So it's always swapping and changing. But yeah, those card books I find really good because they hold a lot more coins in. It's just like securing them in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put some card in the back to protect the coins, so when they go on each other, they don't crash into each other. So it's got a cushion. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you've got to use, your home sort of way of doing it, because if you're working to a budget, then you got to adapt. Or go, as you say, go out to flea markets, try and find some coin books. Don't buy crappy ones, like they fall out all the time because they've been used. Because you might buy some coin books that's been in and out with coins for so many years, the coins just fall through. They don't grip anymore.
Yeah, Ogre coins, the Lighthouse coin albums are absolutely exceptional for the Canadian coins, and they have different variations that you can get a hold of. I'm using the Vista albums, but I'm upgrading, and I'm upgrading to this set here.
That's beautiful, man.
And they're absolutely gorgeous. Oh yeah, so they look great in your shelf. And there's no, they're all same size, and the Vista albums take up 14. They're actually 14 albums to that, So 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 8. There's only 8 on the new set that they have, the upgraded version. So you don't have a lot of as many separate books, but they all have the same thing in it. They show history of the mintage, the where they were made. It gives history on the inside of the covers. They're all well marked, very much like the Dansko. There's in my opinion, there's as high, if not higher quality than some of the Dansko albums.
Yeah. But even if you look at online coin stores, a lot of coin stores do international postage where you are, especially independent stores.
Yeah, if you want the Lighthouse albums, you can order West Edmonton Coin and Stamp. Will mail you can order them from there, and they will mail them out to you regardless of where you are on the planet. That's a great outfit to purchase your albums from.
I mean, the coin book I keep showing everybody, Coin News Magazine, all the shops there that I know of are all BNTA registered and worldwide. You get worldwide stores in there that advertise because there's a Royal Mint book, and it gives you great news articles, what's new, what's not, ancient coins, classical coins, pre-decimal coins, current coins, world coins. Obviously, I can't name every single country and how the denomination works because it's still difficult. But it's to get to know the people on the coin, like the Shakaduria there, what Dimebag was showing a few minutes ago. She's an interpreter, and she's got an amazing story. And there's also one that the coin I got, which is called a Book of Tiffany. Is it? Yeah, and he was a slave who went from rags to riches, and he was a advisor to 2 presidents. And that was in 1951 coin. There's only 51,000 of them, and that's 90% silver coin. These coins that Darren is showing are pretty much underrated for a $1 coin, and the information you need is on the edge. The mint mark, is on the edge of the coin.
I find they did the same thing with the presidential coins down there. I've got the complete set, and they're downplayed. Where I think they're really cool.
I think they're pretty coins. There you go. You got the Jefferson coin there. You got the Buchanan and Jewish pepper. But I think they're absolutely awesome. Pretty silly though to put them on the side where they handle a lot and used in vending machines and whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a shoot on because obviously it's coming up to 12 o'clock. So, sorry, Darren, I'm going to have to call this off now. To be honest, because I didn't realise how much time. Sorry, Skipper, for keeping you up so late again.
Oh no, it's you I'm worried about.
You tell us when, bro.
And we're on with Numismaniac tomorrow with Treasure Trove. 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is down here.
But it's 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, and please can join us. I'd like to say thank you to Jeff Crumpler and Code coming in. All the Super Chats members, thank you so much to everybody there, and much appreciated. Please check out each other, and remember, we're all family. We're all into collections together. Thank you, Dan, for showing your coins, my friend. Hope to see you tomorrow. If you're not working, you probably are working at that time. And
you'll know. I'll be in the chat saying I'm at work.
Yeah.
Put the little now and then on evil art conservative, really fascinating lady. Please check out a lot of sport she gets up to, and check out Peter Bayes, and absolutely adore that polar bear. You pamper him too much though, and much love and respect to every single one of you, and look after yourself. See you tomorrow it'll be 12 hours for me, won't it? So
Exactly.
24 hours for me, sorry. So 24 hours for me, sorry. And for you, of course. And I'll see you very soon.